Welcome back. You're still watching VIP Access with me, Lisa. Director Tony Scott set out to make a different kind of film filled with raw action that kept the audiences glued to the intense ride. And as much as possible, the filmmakers went for the real McCoy, avoiding the safety net of CGI.
Train that size going that fast will vaporize anything in front of it.
We have been told to anticipate an event radius 20 to 45 miles.
People always do movies about trains. They do it with a blue screen on the studio. We're not. We're doing it for real.
Well, the train is 1 million pounds.
To try what he tried was nuts.
Cut! Good.
This sequence is a derailment. There's always ways you can do it with special effects, but to me, there's nothing like the real thing.
This is full scale. There's no miniature.
You look at CG, no matter how great it is today, it's still, you feel you're missing the heart and soul. Action on the train.
You can feel the power of it.
I'm running across the top of a train, hanging off the side of it.
There was one moment where Tony wanted to strap me into the back of the pickup for me to jump into the cab of the 777 to stop it. The car guy swerves. Come on! It's impossible to say no to Tony. Well, this is a Tony Scott film. He's a kinetic filmmaker.
I think people are going to have their hearts racing.
So it's going to be an intense ride.
The movie is unstoppable.
We'll return to the suspenseful Unstoppable after the break. But now it's time for The Scoop, where we're going to be visiting the Toronto International Film Festival with our international correspondent, Stevie Wong, who not only checked out the movies that played well at the festival, but ones that are also garnering Oscar buzz. After premiering to rave reviews and scooping the Audience Award at the Toronto Film Festival, The King's Speech has been ordained as the early awards frontrunner. Its star, Colin Firth, is in the lead to pick up the award for Best Actor he almost won last year with A Single Man.
The nation believes that when I speak for them, but I can't speak.
Our film, which is about the relationship between the King and his Australian speech therapist, really no one knows that story. I mean, this is a new story for the world. And one of the things that makes it so new is that Lionel Logue's first-hand diary account of this relationship has never been seen.
What was your earliest memory? I'm not here to discuss personal matters. Well, why are you here, then? Because I bloody well stammer! Do you know any jokes? Timing isn't my strong suit.
I contacted my agent and said, I've just read the most extraordinary story that happens on so many different levels. I thought it made for the wonderful shape for dramatic storytelling.
Listen to me! Why should I waste my time listening to you? Because I have a voice! Yes, you do.
There have been areas where I've managed to stray outside the mould, but the results hadn't had the visibility. They may have been not less than satisfactory. And I think I've been trying to vary what I do for a very, very long time. It's just with Single Man, it really got noticed.
Forget everything else and just say it to me.
Paul Giamatti plays the romantic lead in Barney's Version, which is an adaptation of the famous cult book of the same name. Giamatti's portrayal of a Canadian literary icon has placed him as one of the frontrunners in the Best Actor competition.
Your wedding present. I don't know what to say. For the first time in my life, I am truly, seriously, irretrievably in love.
So am I, Barney. So am I.
Canadians are very nice, but I did feel like there was a little bit like, yeah, okay, let's see if the American guy can actually pull it off.
Don't be ridiculous. We just met at your wedding.
Done Pride and Prejudice, and I'd done another Canadian novel, Fugitive Pieces, that was really beloved. It's kind of like an extra resource. I love it.
After all you've done to pursue me, how can I trust you?
I would do anything for you, Mary.
But the romantic part of it is the most important part of the character, and it was definitely the most pleasurable thing to do.
If I stop, there's going to be a pause or a break, and you're going to say, it's getting late, or I should get going. And I'm not ready for that to happen. I don't want that to happen. Ever.
We really enjoyed it, I think, Paul and I. It felt very enchanted and very privileged to be sort of in these extraordinary scenes and believe in ourselves as these characters and let it happen.
Have I ever given up when it comes to you?
Never.
So what makes you think I'm going to stop now?
Directed by John Cameron Mitchell, Rabbit Hole is based on the Pulitzer Prize-winning play of the same name. The searing drama might pick up another Oscar nod for its lead, Nicole Kidman.
I never saw it. I was working at the time that it was on Broadway, and so my first viewing of this was the screenplay, and I just loved it.
I forget that he's not here sometimes. Like maybe he's just hiding under the bed. He's gonna pop out like he used to do.
I lost a brother when I was a kid and changed our whole family. This felt like it was an opportunity to revisit those feelings. I emotionally identified with it completely.
Feels like maybe I don't feel badly enough for you. Maybe I'm not feeling enough.
Something's gotta change.
Nicole really, it's very important to her to be challenged. I think it's her most grounded performance.
From TIFF, we move on to Asia's biggest film festival, the 15th Busan International Film Festival in South Korea. At the final PIFF, presided over by the legendary festival director Kim Dong-ho, we sat down with him and some of Asia's famous directors for an insight into their films.
I will step down just after our festival. During last 15 years, establishing and constructing our own festival building was my dream. That building will be open next year or a year later. So I think I've done my level best.
Is this the infamous Tiger Club?
He's coming from Taiwan, he's coming from Amsterdam, I'm coming from Paris and Lyon, and we are here for him.
15 years, very short, not long for me and for us.
We just started, you know. We are building up the Tiger Club.
Cheers. Tigers never sleep.
僕も8回も釜山映画祭に参加させてもらって、僕の恩人である釜山映画祭に恩返ししたいと思ってこの映画に参加しました。
あ、美味しい。
美味しい。맛있어요。
맛있어요。
で僕らが日本から釜山に来て元気をパワーをもらえることがこの映画の中に反映されていると思います。僕の映画が非常にスタンダードな映画で、他の2つは非常にオリジナリティの強い悪の強い映画になっていると思うんで、観客はそれぞれ全く違う映画になっててすごく楽しめると思います。
我要诠释这个女生，她除了个性跟我平常完全不一样，因为她很叛逆，所以我觉得这是一个很大很大的挑战。
天国啊，你嘛拜托的，要来看恁后生呢。太谢了，够久啊。
导演的心思非常的细腻，像女生一样，一个动作他就可以观察到你的想法，
就好像我们爸爸一样，他会很了解我们这个人，跟他合作相处。我觉得这种变成习惯，就信任他嘛。
我有了，而且我觉得真的很害怕，怎么办呢？
这是我第2次拍女孩子，青少年的女孩子，但是我一直很希望，透过我的角度去看一个女人，看个妈妈。
It's a love story. There's 4 stories involved, and when the audience, as they watch the film, eventually they found out that all the characters are all interrelated.
我開做你老母㗎啦！你究竟想點啫？
What's your relationship that you're in? Actually, I work in a laundry shop, and then I had a crush with a guy who comes to our laundry shop very regularly, and then I try to figure out how his life is about from the clothes he took to my laundry.
Gatecrashing our film festival coverage is Megamind, the most brilliant supervillain the world has ever known, and the least successful. Voiced by Will Ferrell, Brad Pitt, and Tina Fey, the animated comedy recently broke the Guinness World Record for the largest gathering of superheroes.
Megamind was initially a comedy, and first and foremost, and to bring in talent like Will and Tina and Jonah, and even Brad, who's very funny, they add so much as far as improvisation.
I make bad look so good.
The reason why they cast me was because at one point in time, I did have a massive blue cyst on my head.
Incredibly handsome master of all villainy.
I was sort of amazed that when they go away and animate, like their brains, they think of visual gags.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, extra jokes that we didn't even have to think of.
Don't panic, Roxy.
I'm not panicking.
I'm on my way.
Oh, I'm shaking in my custom baby seal leather boots.
One of the fun things for us in animation was taking some of these characters and trying to get the idea of the iconographic superhero into the 3rd dimension.
I love you, Metro Man! And I love you, random citizen.
Real-world physics doesn't play nicely in a cartoon universe, so that was our main challenge for this entire film.
You're kidding, right?
The scale of the 3D and the environment is huge, and it's epic, and it's really pushing the boundaries of technology in a lot of ways.
You call this predictable?
Alligators, yes. I was thinking about it on the way over.
Boom! In your face.
Juvenile.
So scary!
Seen it.
This thing behind it?
Tacky.
What's this one do?
Garish. The spider's new.
Spider? Yes. The spider. Even the smallest bite from Arachnus dethicus will instantly paralyze. Oh! Get it off!
For more of those interviews, simply log on to our Facebook page at facebook.com/StarMoviesVIP Access. For now, we're going to take a short break. We'll see you shortly.